as a target. I think some English link with that, and many of you curious also here on YouTube asking me if it's a possibility. No, Florian Wirtz is not leaving Liverpool this summer. The relationship between Xabi Alonso and Florian Wirtz is excellent, of course. They won together, they had a fantastic time together at Bayer Leverkusen, but that's it. So there is no negotiation, no talks. Chelsea are not looking for that kind of player, and also it's important to mention that Florian Wirtz remains an important part of Liverpool's squad. Liverpool absolutely believe in Florian Wirtz. They believe that next season could be his season in red, and so absolutely no movements around Florian Wirtz. Forget about those links coming from England. More to mention, guys. Something also asked by yourself about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, because today the coach of Nigeria goes to press conference and says Osimhen is not going to play the friendly games before the World Cup because he's in talks over a transfer. There is a negotiation ongoing, and so we can't risk with friendly games. And the whole market started to shake, like asking something like, where is Osimhen going? What's going to happen with Osimhen? And all these kind of questions. I'm receiving many of them. I can guarantee to you guys that Victor Osimhen, who is representing himself together with his lawyers, at the moment is not aware of any negotiation. So, or there is something behind the scenes that Galatasaray are negotiating without telling the player, but I doubt that. That would be obviously kind of crazy, especially with not just a player, a phenomenal player, the face of the project, Victor Osimhen, or this story sounds very strange. So maybe it was a misunderstanding. But I can guarantee that Victor Osimhen and those close to the player are not aware of any advanced negotiation, advanced talk involving Victor Osimhen. So that's the Osimhen situation at this stage, and there are no imminent changes expected, with Victor Osimhen focused on the pitch and at the moment not busy with any kind of transfer negotiation at this stage of the summer transfer window. And then, guys, I wanted also to clarify something on the Real Madrid-Manchester United story regarding Aurelien Tchouameni. Today, first, Florentino Perez speaks. Real Madrid president, obviously there is the elections, but at the moment he's still the president, and everyone at Real Madrid believes he's going to be. And the feeling with Aurelien Tchouameni has been clarified by Florentino Perez himself. He said, I think...
that people that I was watching it with were picking that out and saying, you know, what's he doing that sort of nonsense for? We praise England when they win a shootout because they've all got their routines, and that's a big thing now of being in your moment, doing something. It's the same in golf. They all say, you get your routine, you do it no matter what's going on. So if that's what Eze has been working on all year and that's how he does it, that's the right thing to do. It's just not quite come off. The finish hasn't worked. It was a very poor penalty to drag it that far.
He foxed Safarov, hadn't he? The goal.
Yeah, he was going the other way. Yeah. So he'd done all the hard work almost, and then just over-egged it a bit. But I think to criticise his technique is really picking holes.
I'm with you on this completely, because the idea that you can pick somebody apart for having the bravery to stand up and the courage to go with the world watching. How would you react in the similar situation? Your legs might be sort of like jelly on the way to, and you walk up from the halfway line. He's worked on it. It's not something he's obviously just done off the cuff, is it? He's known what he's wanted to do. He's got it slightly wrong in the most high-pressure moment. He does not deserve any type of criticism.
And he's a player as well that I know from speaking to people at Palace and people around him, sort of takes his preparation and looking into his game so seriously. He'll go during the summer.
He comes across as an
incredible
really good
person,
lad. Really good lad. He's just he's been integral in the second half of the season to getting Arsenal driving forward. It's took him a bit of time, hasn't it? He's
not had like a stellar first season, but he's delivered some massive moments for them. You think of the hat-trick against Tottenham, and just the way he's kept them ticking and maybe given them something slightly different across the run-in the second half of the season. He's had a very encouraging first season at Arsenal. He's obviously done well with England, and it is very disappointing for him for his season 20.
And that's his style, that's his technique. The keeper went the wrong way, he went the wrong way, and Mikel Arteta alluding to the fact that Gabriel's never missed a penalty in training, and the preparation has been there. But there is criticism of the approach overall, Carl. Comes from Oliver Brown, perhaps not unsurprisingly in terms of slightly contrarian take on it a little bit in the Telegraph. But defensive Arsenal prove authors of their own downfall is the piece here. As the ball skied far over Maciej Safonov's bar, it's just Gabriel Magalhaes who looked like he wanted the ground to swallow him up. They say the dissatisfaction was directed at the officials, but it's still filtered through to the players who lost not just their radar, but their sense of ambition as the contest intensified.
Ouch.
What is that harsh that Arsenal didn't try and win it? That perhaps it was an approach that would never win, because it almost did prevail.
It almost did. Now these are cup finals. Cup finals aren't really football games, and I'd say this Arsenal performance had plenty more hallmarks with, say, England's approach in the Euro 2020 final, or perhaps the way Jose Mourinho, in his peak, used to take teams. So there's 7 principles for Mourinho for a big game, which was the team that makes the most mistakes ends up losing. You reduce the amount of mistakes you make if you don't have the ball. And we saw this at his time at Inter Milan, at his time at Real Madrid, and eventually he caused a loads of problems at Real Madrid because they wanted the ball. But from the very first kickoff, Arsenal put the ball up in the air, and you're going, right, okay, we know how they want to play. They get the goal early. It's a phenomenal goal. Kai Havertz shooting from an angle that I think many people wouldn't have expected to. But
it felt like he'd messed the chance up, didn't it? You're sat there thinking he'd gone too far wide.
Reminiscent of Ryan Giggs against Arsenal in '99 in the FA Cup semi-final.
That's a nice high praise.
Wouldn't make that comparison.
No dribble, obviously, but finish the angle.
But I think this shot and the fact that he's shooting from this angle, that's a man of ambition. He is now among, I think he joins maybe 4 other players to score in more than 1 European Cup final, Champions League final, I should say. I want to get my numbers right. And from then on, in that first half, the thing that really, really stuck out was Mikel Arteta not stood in the correct area of the technical zone, as he very often does, and you've pointed out more than once, but constantly orchestrating Arsenal, which have a phenomenal off-the-ball shape. There were multiple points in that